My wife cheated with 4 men. She turned my daughter against me. Then I showed them their place. Let me tell you about the woman I loved for 22 years, and the daughter I raised, and the day I realized they never loved me back. My name is Richard. I am 52 years old. I live in the mountains of Colorado now. Alone. Peacefully. Happily. But I didn't always live alone. I didn't always have peace. I didn't always know what happiness really meant. I was born in Denver, Colorado, in 1972. My father was a carpenter. My mother was a schoolteacher. They taught me to work hard, to be honest, to keep my promises. I started my first business when I was 22 years old. A software company. Just me and a laptop in my tiny apartment. I worked 18 hours a day, 7 days a week. I didn't take a vacation for 5 years. The company grew. Slowly at first. Then quickly. By the time I was 30, I had 50 employees. By the time I was 35, I had 200. By the time I was 40, I had sold the company for $800 million. I was rich, not comfortable, not well off. Rich, wealthy, financially free. I met Michelle when I was 24. I was just starting my company. I had no money, no time, no life. She was working as a waitress at a diner near my apartment. She was beautiful, long blonde hair, blue eyes, a smile that made me forget my own problems. She was kind to me. She gave me free coffee. She asked about my day. She listened when I talked about my dreams. You're going to be successful, she said. I can feel it. How can you feel it? Because you work harder than anyone I've ever met. And because you deserve it. I fell in love with her. Hard. Fast. Completely. We got married when I was 26. Small ceremony. A judge. A few friends. Her parents. My mother. My father had died the year before. He didn't get to see me get married. He didn't get to see me succeed. I think about him sometimes. I think about what he would say about Michelle, about Brianna, about everything that happened. He would be disappointed. Not in me. In them. Brianna was born when I was 30. I was in the hospital room. I held her in my arms. She was tiny. 7 pounds, 3 ounces. She had Michelle's eyes. My stubbornness. I promised her everything. A good life. A happy childhood. A bright future. I gave her everything. Too much, maybe. She never wanted for anything. Private schools. Tutors. Extracurricular activities. Clothes. Cars. Vacations. I paid for all of it. I thought I was being a good father. I was being an enabler. Michelle stopped working after Brianna was born. She didn't need to. I made enough money for all of us. She stayed home. She took care of Brianna. She managed the house. Or so I thought. She was managing other things too. Other men. I didn't know. Not for a long time. The first sign came when Brianna was 5 years old. I came home early from a business trip. Michelle wasn't home. The nanny was watching Brianna. Where's Michelle? I asked. She went out with friends. What friends? I don't know. She didn't say. I called Michelle. She didn't answer. I called again. No answer. I called a third time. She answered. She sounded out of breath. Where are you? Out with friends. I told the nanny. You didn't tell her where. I forgot. I'm sorry. I'll be home soon. She came home an hour later. Her hair was messy. Her clothes were wrinkled. She smelled like perfume. Not her perfume. Who were you with? Just some friends. Why are you interrogating me? I'm not interrogating you. I'm asking a simple question. You're always suspicious. You're always controlling. I can't live like this. I'm not controlling. I'm just asking. She cried. I apologized. I comforted her. I told her I trusted her. I didn't. Not really. But I wanted to. The second sign came when Brianna was 8 years old. I found a text message on Michelle's phone. She left it on the kitchen counter. It buzzed. I saw the preview. Last night was amazing. Can't wait to see you again. The name was saved as David. David was my best friend. We had known each other since college. He was the best man at my wedding. He was the godfather to Brianna. I confronted Michelle. She denied everything. David is just a friend. He was going through a hard time. I was comforting him. Comforting him in a hotel. We weren't in a hotel. I don't know what you're talking about. I saw the text message. That was from someone else. Not David. Who then? A friend from the gym. I don't remember his name. I wanted to believe her. I did believe her. Or I pretended to. The third sign came when Brianna was 12. She came home from school. She was upset. What's wrong? I asked. Mom is having an affair. What? No, she's not. I saw her. With Uncle David. In his car. They were kissing. You're mistaken. You didn't see what you think you saw. I'm 12 years old. I know what kissing looks like. Don't say anything to your mother. Let me handle it. I confronted Michelle again. She cried. She said Brianna was lying, that she was jealous of our relationship, that she wanted to tear us apart. I believed her. I believed my wife over my daughter. I was wrong. Brianna never forgave me for that. She stopped trusting me. She started trusting Michelle. She became Michelle's ally, her confidant, her partner in crime. I didn't know. Not then. The fourth sign came when Brianna was 15. She came home with a new designer bag. Expensive. $2,000. Where did you get that? Mom bought it for me. With what money? Her own money. Your mother doesn't have her own money. She has our money. My money. It's her money too. She's your wife. She's my wife. But the money comes from my work. My business. My effort. You're so controlling. Mom was right about you. What did your mother say about me? Nothing. Forget it. I didn't forget it. But I didn't pursue it. I was busy. Working. Traveling. Building. I missed everything. The signs. The lies. The betrayal. My daughter was being poisoned against me. My wife was sleeping with other men. My best friend was a traitor. And I was blind. Completely blind. I found out on a Tuesday. I was 46 years old. I had been married for 22 years. I came home early from a work trip. Michelle wasn't home. Brianna wasn't home. The house was empty. I went into Michelle's closet. I don't know why. I was looking for something. A gift I had hidden. I don't remember. I found a box. In the back of the closet. Behind her shoes. Old. Dusty. I opened it. Inside were letters. Dozens of them. From different men. David. Mark. Stephen. Derek. Love letters. Sexual letters. Planning letters. Letters about money. About the future. About me. When he dies, we'll finally be free. He works so much, he doesn't notice anything. Brianna is on our side. She knows everything. We've been so careful. He'll never find out. I read every letter. My hand was shaking. My vision was blurring. I couldn't breathe. I sat on the floor of her closet, surrounded by her shoes, her clothes, her lies. I stayed there for 3 hours. Michelle came home. She found me. She saw the box. Her face went pale. Richard, I can explain. Don't. It's not what you think. I read the letters. All of them. David, Mark, Stephen, Derek. For men. 22 years. They didn't mean anything. They meant enough for you to write about them, to plan with them, to laugh about me with them. I was unhappy. You were never home. You worked all the time. I worked to give you this life. This house. These cars. These clothes. This lifestyle you wanted so much. I didn't want things. I wanted you. But you were never there. So you slept with my best friend? My business partner? My lawyer? A man you met on a cruise? She didn't answer. Brianna knows. She's known for years. She helped me cover it up. My daughter. My own daughter. Helped you betray me. She loves me. She wants me to be happy. She's been lying to me. For years. Taking my money. Spending it on clothes. Cars. Vacations. All while laughing at me behind my back. We never laughed at you. The letters say otherwise. He's so stupid. He'll never find out. He deserves it for working so much. Michelle started crying. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. You're not sorry. You're sorry you got caught. I stood up. I walked out. I went to my office. I called a lawyer. Ms. Chun. The best divorce attorney in Colorado. I need a divorce, I said. Do you have grounds? Infidelity. Multiple affairs. Over 22 years. Do you have evidence? I have letters. Dozens of them. Give me copies. Then we'll talk. I hired a private investigator. Frank. Former FBI. Expensive. Worth every penny. Frank dug into everything. Michelle's affairs. Her spending. Her secret accounts. Her plans. He found evidence of everything. The letters. The hotel receipts. The credit card statements. The text messages. The emails. He also found evidence that Michelle had been stealing from me. Transferring money to secret accounts. Over $300,000. Brianna knew. She helped. She had her own secret accounts. Her own credit cards. Her own spending. They had been stealing from me for years. Laughing at me for years. Planning for my death for years. I was a paycheck. A meal ticket. An ATM. I was never a husband. Never a father. Never a person. I was a resource. To be used. To be drained. To be discarded. I sat in my office, staring at the evidence. Hundreds of pages. I didn't cry. I didn't scream. I didn't break anything. I planned. I confronted Brianna the next day. She was 22 years old. She had graduated from college. She was living in a luxury apartment I paid for, driving a car I bought, wearing clothes I funded. She was my daughter, my only child, the girl I held in my arms when she was born, the girl I promised to protect. She was a stranger. Brianna, I need to talk to you. About what? About your mother. About the affairs. About the money. She didn't flinch. She didn't look surprised. She just looked annoyed. Mom told me you found the letters. You knew. Of course I knew. I've known for years. You help her cover it up? She's my mother. I love her. I'm your father. I loved you. You were never around. You worked all the time. You traveled all the time. You missed my birthdays, my school plays, my soccer games. Mom was there. You weren't. I was working to give you this life. I didn't ask for this life. I asked for a father who was present, who cared, who noticed me. I noticed you. I loved you. You love your money, your business, your success. We were just accessories. I was silent. I didn't know what to say. Mom deserves to be happy, Brianna continued. She sacrificed everything for you. She gave up her career, her friends, her freedom, to support you, and you ignored her. So she slept with 4 different men. She was lonely. You were never there. And you helped her lie to me. She asked me to. She said you would be angry, that you would leave us, that we would lose everything. You were right. I am angry, and I am leaving. You can't. You signed a prenup. I signed a prenup that protects my assets in case of divorce. Your mother violated it. Multiple times. She loses everything. You're bluffing. I'm not. I have evidence. Hundreds of pages. The letters. The hotel receipts. The bank statements. The text messages. The emails. Brianna's face went pale. You're going to destroy her. She destroyed herself. I'm just holding her accountable. What about me? What about you? You're going to punish me too? You helped her. You lied to me. You stole from me. You laughed at me behind my back. I'm your daughter. You stopped being my daughter when you chose her over me. When you helped her betray me. When you treated me like an ATM instead of a father. You can't cut me off. I'm your only child. I can. I am. I'm removing you from my will. I'm canceling your credit cards. I'm stopping your allowance. I'm taking back the apartment, the car, everything. You're a monster. I'm a man who finally sees the truth. She left. She slammed the door. She didn't look back. I sat in my office, alone, in my big house, with my money, my success, my empty life. I had a wife who cheated on me for 22 years, a daughter who helped her, friends who betrayed me, a business partner who stole from me, a lawyer who slept with my wife. I had nothing, no one, no family, no love, no trust, but I had evidence. I had a plan. I had a lawyer. I had a private investigator. And I had revenge. The revenge took 2 years. 2 years of planning. 2 years of patience. 2 years of watching them fall. I didn't rush. I wanted to enjoy it. Phase 1, Michelle. I filed for divorce. Ms. Chen handled everything. The evidence was overwhelming. The letters, the hotel receipts, the bank statements, the text messages, the emails. Michelle hired a lawyer. A cheap one. She couldn't afford better. I had frozen her accounts, seized her assets, cut off her credit. She had nothing. She was nothing. The divorce was finalized in 9 months. Michelle got nothing. No alimony. No assets. No house. No car. No jewelry. No future. The court ordered her to pay back the money she stole. Over $300,000. She couldn't pay. She had nothing. She was forced to sell her jewelry, her clothes, her designer bags, everything I had given her. She moved into a studio apartment in a bad part of Denver. She got a job at a retail store. Minimum wage. She called me once, crying. Richard, please. I'm sorry. I'll do anything. You should have thought about that before you slept with 4 different men. I was lonely. I was stupid. I made a mistake. You made thousands of mistakes. Over 22 years. You didn't make a mistake. You made a choice. Every day. For 22 years. I love you. You don't love me. You love my money. My lifestyle. My willingness to look the other way. I've changed. It's too late. I hung up. I never spoke to her again. Phase 2, David. David was my best friend. We had known each other for 30 years. He was the best man at my wedding. He was Brianna's godfather. He was also Michelle's first affair partner. The affair had started when Brianna was 5. It lasted for 3 years. I sent the evidence to David's wife. She divorced him. She took the house, the kids, the dog, everything. David lost his job. His reputation was destroyed. No one would hire him. He called me. How could you do this? You slept with my wife. It was years ago. Betrayal doesn't expire. I'm sorry. You're not sorry. You're sorry you got caught. He hung up. I never spoke to him again. Phase 3. Mark. Mark was my business partner. We had started the company together. We had built it together. We had sold it together. He was also Michelle's second affair partner. The affair had lasted for 5 years. I sent the evidence to the board of directors. They fired him. They stripped him of his shares. They sued him for breach of fiduciary duty. Mark lost everything. His job, his money, his reputation, his marriage. He called me. You've destroyed me. You destroyed yourself. I just helped. I'll never forgive you. I don't need your forgiveness. He hung up. I never spoke to him again. Phase 4. Stephen. Stephen was my lawyer. I had hired him to handle my estate planning, my will, my trust, my power of attorney. He was also Michelle's third affair partner. The affair had lasted for 7 years. I sent the evidence to the Bar Association. They disbarred him. He lost his license, his career, his livelihood. He called me. Please. I have children. I have a family. You should have thought about that before you slept with my wife. She seduced me. You're a grown man. You made a choice. I'm sorry. You're not sorry. You're sorry you got caught. He hung up. I never spoke to him again. Phase 5. Derek. Derek was a man Michelle met on a cruise. He was younger, handsome. He had no money, no career, no future. He was also Michelle's fourth affair partner. The affair had lasted for 2 years. I sent the evidence to his employer. He was fired. I sent the evidence to his landlord. He was evicted. I sent the evidence to his family. They disowned him. Derek called me. You're ruining my life. You ruined your own life. I'm just helping. I'll kill you. I have a restraining order. If you come near me, you'll go to jail. He hung up. I never spoke to him again. Phase 6. Brianna. Brianna was the hardest. She was my daughter, my only child, the girl I held in my arms. But she had chosen her mother. She had helped her lie. She had spent my money like water. She had laughed at me behind my back. I removed her from my will. I canceled her trust fund. I stopped her allowance. I took back the apartment, the car, the credit cards. She had nothing. She had to get a job for the first time in her life. She called me screaming. You can't do this to me. I can. I did. I'm your daughter. You stop being my daughter when you help your mother betray me. You're a monster. I'm a man who finally sees the truth. I hate you. I know. She hung up. She hasn't called since. After the revenge was complete, I felt empty. Not sad. Not guilty. Just empty. I had spent 2 years destroying the people who betrayed me. I had won, but winning felt like losing. I didn't have a wife. I didn't have a daughter. I didn't have friends. I didn't have family. I had money. A lot of money. But money doesn't keep you warm at night. Money doesn't hold your hand. Money doesn't tell you it loves you. I started seeing a therapist. Dr. Patel. She helped me process the betrayal, the anger, the loneliness. You've been through something terrible, she said. I have. But you're not broken. You're just wounded. Wounds heal. Do they? Yes. With time. With help. With self-compassion. I worked on myself. I exercised. I ate well. I slept. I meditated. I sold a big house. Too many memories. Bad memories. I bought a small house in the mountains. 3 bedrooms. A porch. A view. I adopted a dog. A golden retriever named Buddy. He sleeps at my feet. He wags his tail when I walk in the room. He loves me unconditionally. I started volunteering, teaching business skills to young entrepreneurs, helping people build their own dreams. I found purpose, not revenge. Purpose. Michelle still lives in her studio apartment. She still works at the retail store. She is still alone. She reached out to me once. I'm sorry. I know I can't undo the past, but I want you to know that I've changed. I didn't respond. Brianna lives in a small apartment in Denver. She works at a marketing firm. Entry level. She struggles to pay her bills. She reached out to me once. Dad, I need help. I can't help you. You're my father. I was your father. You chose to be someone else's daughter. Mom manipulated me. You're an adult. You made your own choices. I'm sorry. Thank you for saying that. But I can't have you in my life. That chapter is closed. She cried. I hung up. David is divorced. He lives alone. He works at a hardware store. He is nobody. Mark lost everything. His wife. His kids. His money. His career. He lives in a small apartment. He is nobody. Stephen was disbarred. He works as a paralegal. He is nobody. Derek moved to another state. He works construction. He is nobody. I don't check on them anymore. I don't need to. They are nothing to me. I have peace. Finally. It's been 3 years since the divorce. 2 years since I moved to the mountains. 1 year since I started volunteering. I am 52 years old. I have a dog, a house, a purpose, a life. I am happy, truly happy. I met Elena at a charity event. She is a teacher, elementary school. She works with children with special needs. She is kind, patient, gentle. She doesn't care about my money. She doesn't care about my past. She cares about me. You've been through a lot, she said, when I told her about Michelle and Brianna. I have. Are you okay? I am now. Good. Because you deserve to be happy. We started dating. Slowly. Carefully. She understands my boundaries. She doesn't push. She doesn't pressure. She just loves me. I'm learning to love again. To trust again. To hope again. Elena is not Michelle. She is not a replacement. She's a new beginning. We talk about the future. About traveling. About volunteering. About growing old together. I'm not afraid anymore. I'm not angry anymore. I'm not bitter anymore. I am free. Brianna called me last week. On my birthday. Happy birthday, Dad. Thank you. I've been in therapy. I've been working on myself. I've been trying to understand why I did what I did. Why did you do it? Because I was angry. At you. For not being there. For working all the time. For missing my childhood. I know. I'm sorry. I forgive you. Can you forgive me? I thought about it. I thought about the years of lies. The betrayal. The pain. I forgive you, I said. Not because you deserve it. Because I need to move on. Can we have a relationship? I don't know. Maybe. Slowly. Carefully. I'd like that. So would I. We're trying. It's hard. But it's worth it. Michelle is still alone. She's still sorry. She's still nobody. I don't hate her. I don't love her. I don't think about her. She's a chapter of my life that is closed. I am writing a new chapter. With Elena. With Buddy. With the mountains. With peace. If you're watching this and you've been betrayed, I want you to know something. It gets better. Not because they apologize. Not because karma comes. Because you rebuild. You build a new life. New love. New happiness. And one day, you wake up and realize you're not angry anymore. You're not sad. You're not waiting for an apology that will never come. You're just living. That's the best revenge. Thanks for listening. Subscribe to his Reddit tales for stories of marital betrayal, parental alienation, and revenge that took 2 years to serve. And if you have a daughter who chooses her mother over you, don't give up. She may come back. She may not. Either way, you'll be okay. I am. Finally.